I'm gonna tell you about my first day at EY. I had to do an engagement. So an engagement is like a project. And what I did, first and foremost, I rented a car and I did not have to pay for it. And that was already something that was huge for me because at the time I didn't have a car, I didn't have any money, it was my first day. So first day, right, it's like, okay, this is literally my first day at EY. I haven't been to training, anything, so I'm just flying blind into what I'm gonna do. And what we do is I get to this hospital and we're in this huge boardroom. So like the table is like really long and it's just me and a colleague. And she says to me, we're gonna be interviewing chief technology officers at different hospitals to understand their IT processes. I was an accounting major, I graduated as an accounting major, but I had a management information systems minor, which means it was a computer minor, an IT minor. That put me in this special group of people who were accountants that did IT work. So I was on this IT team at EY. And we're gonna be interviewing chief technology officers. So that's like a chief executive officer, a CEO for a company. Only this person's responsible for IT, information technology, basically all the computers in the company. The whole day was a day of us sitting in a big boardroom by ourselves, and there was a screen where every hour or so, another chief technology officer would pop up. We ask them a bunch of questions, we take a bunch of notes, and then they say goodbye and we wait and we do another one. And basically the whole day, we had talked to like maybe 5 or 6 of these either technology officers or IT directors. And it was a really eye-opening experience for me being my first day, just because I had never been involved. I had never been in a situation where as a staff, day one, I was talking to basically people at the top tier of these companies. Like I said, I'm from Miami, Florida. I had never even been exposed to this. The only reason I was being exposed to this is because I passed the CPA exam and landed this job with EY. So it was a very fun day. That night, what happened is every night you could go out to dinner after you've had a whole day of working for EY. And what they do is give you like an allowance. They say, hey, you know, for dinner, you get $50 that you could just spend on whatever you wanted. It was like, okay, well, now we can go, we worked hard today, now we can go and get a nice dinner. So we went out and it was like all the colleagues and we went to a place, we went to P.F. Chang's and we ate. When we were at P.F. Chang's, all of us have an allowance. Everybody gets the same $50 that they can spend on themselves. So what happened was we all ordered food, and then while we were sitting there talking, the restaurant brought us somebody else's food. So as we start to eat, we're all looking and we're saying, hey, this isn't our food. And then a waiter came and said, oh my God, we gave you guys somebody else's food, but don't worry about it. You can keep all the food because we're just gonna remake their food and we're not gonna charge you for this food. So we just got free food. So we're starting to eat it, and then all of a sudden our food comes out, the food that we ordered. Now we got like all this food at the table and we're just like eating a bunch. We didn't even finish it all. It was a fun time. We had drinks and we were just eating a bunch of food. The second night, I went out with that same colleague, but we had nobody else with us. We were at this really nice restaurant, the Capitol Grill. It was just like 50 guys that came to Capitol Grill, and it was an office party, and they thought me and this girl was on a date when really we were just colleagues. So we were like, no, we're just colleagues, but everybody kept thinking, assuming we were on a date, so they just ended up picking our bill up at the Capitol Grill, so we didn't pay for nothing. And I was eating lobster, she had a steak, we were eating real good. And I was thinking to myself, this is what life at EY is like? Okay, I could get used to this. The third night, I ended up meeting up with one of my friends that I had knew in EY, and he was a big steak guy, so I literally took that $150 allowance that I had, and we went and got like steak the third night at a really expensive steakhouse. And I think I gained like 20 pounds in those first 3 days. And that was my first engagement after my first day at EY. And it's basically been like that ever since in my life as a CPA. Good people, good food, good drinks, and good times after a long, hard day's worth of work. So I just wanted to share that story because that's the type of lifestyle you're gonna be living when you pass the exam and become a CPA. If there's any stories you wanna know about being a CPA or my journey or what it's like to work for Big Four, leave it in the comments, let me know. Make sure you like, make sure you comment. To all my CPAs and future CPAs, keep studying. I'll see you on the next one.